Hey everyone, this is Jonathan Milligan from bloggingyourpassion.com and welcome to the Blogging Your Passion Show. Got a great episode planned for you today. This is our topic. We're going to talk about how to create a successful blog business plan. So this is for those of you who want to create a lifestyle business online through a blog, a website. How do you design a simple blog business plan? You know, when I first started back in 2009 with my very first blog, I knew of maybe 3 ways to create income through a blog. And 2 out of the 3 required me to trade time for dollars. But over the course of time, I started creating and discovering multiple income streams. And even then, back then, I did not have a clear strategy for how I was going to take this blog, this passion that I had, and actually turn it into a full-time portable lifestyle business. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So I've designed and created a simple one-page blog business model canvas. And I want to actually give you access to this. This is the same tool that I've walked through, people who've gone through our mentoring programs and paid thousands of dollars to get access to the same type of document. And so you can go to bloggingyourpassion.com/model. Again, it's bloggingyourpassion.com/model, MODEL, and you can get access to this one-page tool that I'm going to walk through today. And really it comes down to answering 4 primary questions. And we're going to dig into this today, and I think you'll get some real insight because if you are like most people, you're completely overwhelmed with all there is to do in running a business. There's so many moving parts, so many tools, softwares, things to do. Jonathan, how can you simplify it for me? Well, you could be successful at this online business strategy by simply answering 4 questions successfully. So let's walk through this together, and I think it'll make a lot more sense to you if you do grab a copy of my one-page blog business model canvas. Again, bloggingyourpassion.com/model. Here's question number 1 that you're going to need to answer. Who do you want to help? You need to be able to define your ideal customer. Now, you've probably heard this before. It's not anything new, but I'm often surprised at how many people don't walk through and actually do this. Now, sure, you may have more than just one ideal customer. It's okay to have a few. I would say don't have, too many that you're trying to reach everybody, because we all know when you try to reach everybody, you end up reaching no one. And that's the biggest struggle, especially for those who are new to this game, is they're so afraid of making their blog or their blog topic so narrow in focus that they see it as it takes a long time to create momentum, when actually the opposite is true. I learned this from Ray Edwards a while ago, and it's stuck with me. The more specific you can be, the more powerful your communication becomes. Let me say that again. The more specific you can be, the more powerful your communication becomes. So one of the fundamental things we teach here at Blogging Your Passion is to create what we call an ideal customer profile. Now, there's a whole nother podcast and video on this. You can go find it on YouTube or on our channel, Blogging Your Passion channel, or you can also look into the archives and get it from the podcast. You can also grab our one-page ideal customer profile and do that exercise by going to bloggingyourpassion.com/profile. bloggingyourpassion.com/profile. So once you've kind of walked through that one page, in that we teach probably the thing that's the most powerful at identifying your customer is understanding their GPS. And so at the very top of our ideal, our business model canvas that we have here is who do you want to reach and what is their GPS? Now you say, Jonathan, what does that mean? Here's what it means. It stands for goals, passions, and struggles. Regardless of what your topic is about, what your niche is about, your audience is going to have goals. They're going to have things they want to accomplish. They're also going to have passions. They're going to have a worldview, things, values that are important to them. And you need to know what those passions are. And then finally, they're going to have struggles. They're going to have things that they are having a difficult time with. And being able to clearly understand your audience's goals, passions, and struggles will help you to hone in on what is it that they want and how can you help them. So that's the top part of our business model canvas. There's 3 sections at the very top. Write in their goals, write in their passions, write in their struggles. Now that you have a clear understanding of who your audience is, let's go to question number 2. And the question's this: where are they already hanging out? Where are they already hanging out? You see, what you need to find and discover is, where are they going right now for their news, their information, for help, for support? Where are they already going? And by doing so, you're going to get in the way of the traffic and be able to get them to start following you. Now, there's many ways to do this, and there's lots of different things that we could be talking about. But really what I want you to do here is just identify some of the key places where they're going. Where are they already hanging out? Are there certain blogs? Are there forums? Is there certain conferences they attend? Are they listening to certain podcasts? Are they following certain gurus? And by identifying this, we can begin to develop a plan for how can we go and serve people in that community. Maybe we can go and serve in a forum. Maybe we can go to the event. Maybe we can do a guest post. Maybe we could do a podcast interview for that audience and share our message. And I'll be giving you some specific examples in this 3rd question, but it's important that on the document, you just simply identify, where is it that they're already hanging out? Where are they going for news and information? Okay? All right. Now you say, well, what do I do now in the next step? Well, that's where we answer question number 3. How do we attract them? How are we going to attract them and bring them into our message and what our mission is? And let me give you some specific examples here, because it's not about going and spamming people in whatever forum or wherever they are. That's not the plan here. What we want to do is we want to create ways to attract them. And we do that primarily by really serving others and serving people. Let me give you some specific examples. So my first blog was CPAcareercoach.com. And it was designed towards accounting and finance professionals and helping them in their careers. So that was my focus, is if you're an accounting and finance professional, I'm going to help you in your career and help you to grow and build your career. So what I did is I thought, where are they hanging out? And the 2 primary places that I discovered was LinkedIn, because a lot of them were hanging out on LinkedIn and they were easy to reach in the groups and in connecting with them on LinkedIn, because they were looking to grow their career. That's why they were kind of perusing around on LinkedIn. And then number 2 is I found a forum for accounting and finance professionals, and they had a sub-forum just on careers. And basically there was no other career coaches in there offering advice. It was just people, peer-to-peer type advice that was being offered. So I went in there and kept adding value and offering advice since I had experience in that arena. And you know what that did? It left a footprint every single time I shared advice on the forum to come check out my blog. And specifically, I was offering a LinkedIn strategy guide for accounting professionals. And that's how I began to really build my list. And that's the pro tip that I want to give you here. What can you create to attract them to want to get on your list? So as you serve them, what is it specifically that you can create to attract them? And so in this section, I've actually left you a couple of spaces for you to think about what a potential lead magnet could be. Is it a guide, a cheat sheet, a checklist, a simple system that you want to teach them that you could create to get them to want to come on your email list. 2 more examples. I did the same strategy when I started bloggingyourpassion.com. Before I ever started the blog, I went over to 48days.net, Dan Miller's community, and I started sharing how I had built a successful career coaching blog. And I shared in that community for 9 months before I ever started my blog, because I knew that my ideal audience was hanging out there. And if I go and serve them well, they will like my message and they'll want to keep learning from me. And so when I launched bloggingyourpassion.com, I did so with a number of email subscribers before I ever launched the first blog post. Okay, so there's another example. So now that you have that strategy, let's move to the 4th question on our 1-page business model canvas. And this is where the money is made, my friend. So again, just as a quick review, you want to make sure that you understand who your audience is. All right, so who do you actually want to help? Number 2, where are they already hanging out? And number 3, how are we going to attract them? And then here is where the income is often earned, answering question number 4, what result are they after? What result are they after? You see, it's not just about us creating information. Some people just want to jump to creating the ultimate membership site or the A to Z online course that covers everything about a topic. That's not what it's about. It's about getting people results. At the end of the day, that's what it's about, my friend. You as an influencer, as a communicator online, you need to help people get the results they want. How do we know that? Well, we go back to the top. The goals, the passions, and the struggles, they will tell us where the gold is, where the money is, and where the results are that they're after. And that's when we create income streams from that. Now, I love creating multiple income streams in multiple ways, but let me narrow it down to kind of 3 primary ways you as an online business owner can create value and impact and income and influence, okay? Here they are. Number 1 is writing income streams. So through the actual written word where you sit down and you create, some examples would be like Kindle books, paperback books. I would even put audiobooks in this format. I know it's not necessarily written, but you're reading the written word that you created. So those are some primary written examples. There are people making full-time living just off their Kindle books or just off their books, their audiobooks. That could be a strategy. For me, it's just one piece, one bucket in multiple income buckets. But that's one example. And so I've left a space in there for writing income streams. You can think about ways that you could write for a living and create income. All right, number 2 is speaking income streams. So some examples here would be keynotes, where you get paid to speak on your topic. It could be workshops that maybe you host. It could be a paid webinar training. So that was like the very first product I created here at Blogging Your Passion, is I created a 4-part webinar series, and people paid upfront $250 a person, and then they went through a 4-part paid webinar training series where I taught them how to blog for a living. Another example could be kind of open enrollment workshops, and there's many examples you could use with your speaking, but those are some primary ways. So you could use that document and just kind of list down some ways that you could create income through paid speaking, through your speaking. And finally, number 3 is what I call coaching income stream. So this is the column all the way on the right side of your page. And there you can begin to identify some potential income streams for coaching. Now, coaching can be done in almost any niche. Okay. In fact, writing, speaking, and coaching can be done in almost any niche under any topic. As long as it's going back to the top and it's helping your audience accomplish the goals, fulfill their passions, and overcome their struggles. Okay? So examples of coaching income streams, I would include online courses. I would include membership sites. I would include group coaching or mastermind coaching, where you bring in a group of people that pay to spend some time with you, and then one-on-one mentoring or one-on-one coaching. Okay, so all of those are fair game. So now that you've walked through this, and I know we've talked about a lot in this particular show, but now you have a business model that can work for you. You understand at the very top who your audience is, what their goals, their passions, their struggles are. You understand where they're going right now, where are they already hanging out. So you're not sitting back twiddling your thumbs saying, if I build it, they will come. And then we have talked about how do we attract them. The goal is really to create lead magnets to get them on our email list, which we then in turn can start introducing them to our income streams, whether it's writing, coaching, or speaking. Now listen, you don't have to do all of this at once to be successful. In fact, what I would encourage you to do is to identify the goals, passions, and struggles, identify at least one area where you know they're already hanging out, create at least one lead magnet that you think that they would enjoy or get benefit from, and then pick an income stream. Is it a book? Is it a course? Is it speaking in some way, paid webinar series, something like that? And then over time, you can begin to fill in the rest as you start to reach your audience. Okay? So again, if you want a copy of this one-page business model canvas for bloggers, then I want to encourage you to grab your copy now. Go to bloggingyourpassion.com/model and download this. Use this worksheet, and I think this will encourage you. You'll finally understand what the main pieces are to make this whole thing work. All right, that's it for this episode of the Blogging Your Passion show. If you follow us over on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe to our channel if you haven't already done so. Every one of these episodes are also available on video. Or if you love to listen to podcasts, make sure you go and subscribe to our podcast. And also, we would love it if you take a moment and just give us some feedback. Rate our podcast so other people can find out about it. All right, that's it for now. Go out there and blog your passion.